Dear Mr. and Mrs. Christian, here lies the results of your monthly checkup and prescription, and don't forget the text on the back with your daily bread inscription. Now listen, I don't want you to faint or feel lackadaisical, so I'm glad to see you're all sitting. Now please note to self that Dr. Jesus is always able to fix what needs fixing or perhaps replace whatever seems to be missing, so please don't panic. So it seems that I have some tragic news today. Tragic news I wish not to say. You could say what happens in tragic views stays in tragic views. But like on YouTube, the more tragic the view is the more hits reprove it, like 9/11. The only 3 digits that seemed out of order when we dialed 911, I mean 911, because the issue actually lies in Psalms 91:1, where you and me shall dwell under the sun, just like in Psalms 90 and verse 1, where the Lord has become a backbone for all generations. But this backbone has been replaced by a crooked generation of fornication, lust, and idle imitations. But please, don't panic. You see, I'd hate to be the straw that broke this camel's back, but this one's heavy. And after reviewing your case, in which case I'm sorry to say that your case came back positive for being spineless. And the only back support you're receiving is supported from a back packed with sin that's misleading, causing your spirit to hunch back like a hunchback, while your flesh stands straight like a car jack under a car body pressing against your vessel's weight. Tell me, how much sin is your spirit suppressing? And you thought that Cain could straighten this crooked report. Well, in fact, it was the results like Cain and Abel, which enabled the flip of our scripts through genetics. So how synthetic to think that we were once priceless, but now we're pathetic, you see. Not even Christianity has time for camelback Christians that grow humps on their back every time we say a lie. So don't lie. You know if I'm right-ish. Because it was once me chilling in the presence of my highness. Did I notice myself wasted in the presence of my highness, thinking that it was once flyingness, until I saw the wings on the original pilot and I dropped to my knees as I spoke a different dialect. He told me I must be your air support. For it is in me that you live, breathe, and have all support. So stop trying to witness and use me while you can, because your time is shorter than an arm would span. You're dying. But this wasn't my prognosis, for it came from the God above who took the time to diagnose with this equation that I like to call fact over faith. But you missed the division line sitting right in front of your face. That's a fact. Call the truth, rightly dividing the fact that you're spineless over the truth that says you're healed. But what are you equal? And please, don't panic. Because a structure set so supernaturally systematical should sufficiently support a sophisticated spine. And the spineless are not those that are spineless, but are those that are careless because they cared less. So the one who cared more came and left this checkup prescription and said, have no fear if you're missing a vertebrae, for I will be your spinal column by placing my back along the splintered back of that wooden column cross, erasing all of your back pains and sinful spasms. The Lord will re-break back to back like a chiropractor of the church's backbone disabled, enabling him to efficiently bend back man's crooked act of S-I-N, self-impulse nonsense. That's all that it is. And he will become the vertebrae of man that connects the earth to the cross and connects the cross to the grave and connects the grave to the sky. Our back support is on high. His name is Dr. Jesus, and he's just arrived. So don't panic.